Okay, so we're reacting to some more viral tattoos that I've been sent, and there's a pretty interesting one here first. I've had this sent to me like 5 times, and I see it on the Explore page still sometimes. For some reason, this one really, like, I don't even know what it is. Like, if I've had something go viral on TikTok, then it will go viral on Instagram, and it will go viral on YouTube. It's like all of the algorithms kind of link up, and whatever one of them likes, they all like. They all seem to decide that, like, this is good stuff. Let's spread this. Or, like, people will react to this because they can see that other platforms, people have reacted to it. There's some kind of weirdness there. Where if it goes viral one place, it will go viral everywhere. And pretty well all the tattoo pages pick this up for some reason.
Right.
What I noticed right away that probably almost no one cares about is Buddy has a double bridge piercing, and
That's pretty rare.
I've only seen maybe 2 or 3 people ever with double bridge piercings. I've never seen anyone with double cheek piercings.
I've never seen
ever.
anybody else with a double cheek.
There might not be anyone. I know people have stretched their cheek piercings, but I've never seen anyone with a double set. So, but his are very, very nice.
Yeah.
And they go with the
aesthetic.
the aesthetic that he has, like especially the new face tattoos he's added. Whatever this, it's like a rosary on his face.
It is a rosary, yeah.
It's kind of hard to make out, I think, partly because, and it will be harder to make out when this all heals up, I think, because it's going to soften. But I feel like the beads, or like the chain links, or whatever you want to call them, they're not defined enough in some places to tell the story of this rosary linking together. The cross is very defined. Probably the only reason why I can tell you that this is a rosary is because of the cross and the Jesus hanging. It's probably the only reason I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, for me, rosary right away.
No, I can't see it because I don't see the links unless I look close.
Yeah, I think that the links between the beads are too light.
They almost needed like the silhouette of like a thread connecting all of it in like harder black or something, because everything is just so ghosty. It's hard to see it.
Yeah.
Especially in the redness fresh, but I think because of how light they did it, it's going to be hard to see the continuity when it's healed. And I think there are some places where you see it more than others, like closer.
Yeah.
But
I really like this tattoo. So me and the girls were looking at this a few weeks back.
Look at that. See if other people have
yeah,
seen it too.
I was like, oh man. And like I think for me, like I think that this would have been a better tattoo on a different surface. There's a lot going on that takes away from how well done this is. There's a lot of really good tricks here. These beads, they look like glass. Their shadows are perfect and beautiful. There is a great highlight. Like they captured those beads perfectly.
Immediately, like I look at this and it's like it's super busy and it looks congested and hard to read, and like it's my gut reaction is that this is all not good. And then when you look at everything he has, almost all of his face tattoos are actually decent.
Yep.
Some of it is older. The script is mostly legible. And the big chunky script on his neck and chin is really well done. It's really hard to have dark black on your chin. So it's forgivable that that's pretty gray in there. I know better than anyone. You can see as it gets closer to the center, it gets lighter.
Yep.
I've had my chin tattooed either 8 or 9 times now. And last time we dotted it in because it just lightens up. I think they should have made the spacing on the forehead like a little bit better, like the barbed wire there. It blobs up in the centers. So that needed to be bigger. But so many people are afraid to shave their fucking head to do the tattoo.
Yeah.
If he had shaved his head and made that actually go around there, they could have made it bigger and it would have read better.
Well, and that's my other complaint about the rosary here that we're talking about. So this isn't a full rosary. And there is a part where it kind of disappears here. And they don't do the full.
I feel like they
rosary.
didn't have enough room to do this idea the way they wanted.
No,
because they're
and,
working in between everything.
For a proper rosary, like I'm technically Catholic. I'm not Catholic, but I have a bunch of rosaries, and there's a format. I've spoken to other tattoo artists about this before because they just think beads rosary, right? You got your cross, you got your beads, you got your like centerpiece, but each bead has like a meaning. And so like it's like 10 beads and then there's a different bead, and like they have their 10 beads and there is no different bead, which is good, right? But I would have liked to have seen that bead variation.
Is there only 10 beads?
No, there's like 40 or 50.
Oh, 10 different types of bead?
Yeah, so like no. So like there's the cross, and
Yeah.
then there's the 3 beads, which is 3 different prayers, and then there's this one, which is the Apostles' Creed, the center one, and then there's I think it's 10. Each one of these, you say a Hail Mary prayer.
I would hope that he knows all of this stuff, but
And-
most people who get these tattoos have no idea about any of that and don't give a shit.
Oh, no, exactly. But like, it's not a rosary unless you do it right. Like the client that complained about
Yeah.
Allie's rosary, that she's like, it doesn't even look like a rosary, and Allie had done it immaculately, right? Like it had all the right beads and spacing. Anyways.
I'll say that's probably enough of a deep dive on rosaries.
Yeah, sorry.
But no, that's
I'm a
fine.
nerd.
I mean, that's fine. I don't know anything about it, and that's fine. I think that you covered it. But like, I think this is one of the rare cases where it looks like the guy has a lot of work. I don't know. Like, you can see it tails it into his shirt there. So I'm thinking he's pretty heavily covered, and this doesn't really make a difference for him because he had a whole bunch of face tattoos already.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it doesn't really matter to me. Like, sometimes I'm hard on people for getting a lot on their face out of nowhere, but he already had a lot. So
Yeah.
it changes context, right? Context matters. I say this all the time. And people have come in and they've been like, whoa, can you say when you have face tattoos yourself? It's like, I can say because I have multiple bodysuits, and I feel like you should have a lot on your body before you get this fucking crazy with your face.
Oh, yeah.
And most times people don't anymore.
I mean, even like to me, hands and throat are also pretty serious. Like I waited until I started tattooing.
Most people are getting hand tattoos
and I
every
was
day
and
now.
I was tattooing for a few months before I got my throat done, and like eventually I'll do my hands too. I just like
Yeah, you just didn't want them though. You could have done them already. But like the thing is like this looks fairly tasteful still.
Yeah, I like it.
I think this because again the work is done fairly well. And when it's done well, and all of his face work for the most part is done fairly well, it changes the context. If this is all done poorly, this tattoo looks horrendous, you know? So it does matter. Context always matters for me. And where this might not look good on someone who had, say, you know, no tattoos otherwise, on this guy, looks like he's a fairly heavily tattooed guy. And he's pulling it off pretty well, I think. But I would say shave your fucking head and do the head.
yeah.
It really bothers me that the face is just covered and there's nothing on the head. Like,
Right.
it just seems like, imagine your arm, right? And only the front of your arm is sleeved.
It's crazy.
Like, it's the same idea. Because, like, the inside isn't done, the back side isn't done. Imagine walking around with a sleeve that's just on the front.
That would
That's what
bother
he's
me.
doing with his face right now. It looks like a lopsided eggshell. Just
I think
do the
some
fucking
people
head.
are afraid to shave their head. They're like
He's got short hair. You could grow that back in a week or two, for fuck's sake. Just do it. It'll upgrade the whole look. Why is it so front heavy?
I don't know.
Get the fucking head done. So anyway, we got another one of these. There's just so many of these now. I've got like 4 more of these coming up.
This
These
one,
like play with anatomy things.
and like this one's impressive because circles are fucking hard.
Well, it's impressive for all kinds of reasons. Imagine laying this out.
Oh yeah,
Imagine
this would have been a pain in
stenciling
the ass
this.
to stencil.
Yeah, imagine having it so that it all flows.
And then like when you're tattooing it too, like I mean,
how
this
many
wouldn't be
fucking
easy.
times are you going to be in this position though?
Oh, for the picture.
But like, where's the idea come from?
I don't know.
Like, where does this idea come from? And then if his arm is on even just a slightly different angle, it doesn't work.
Right.
Like this one is in the extremes of like insane for placement for me. Like these, I really like these play with anatomy things, and we're seeing some different takes on it. I got a really cool one the other day. That'll be coming up here in a couple months or weeks or whatever the fuck, however long it takes to get there. But this one is really, really insane to me. Like, where does this idea come from?
I think, like, for me, the less intense version of this, where the hand's not involved, I can wrap my head around more wanting it. But the fact that you have to have your hand
Well, and there's no way to connect this circle.
without the hand.
Well, you can't, though. Like, you can't now. It's not connected now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it doesn't connect. If he presses his arm in and makes it connect at the side, suddenly the top doesn't line up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if that's the joke. Like, it's
I don't know.
an imperfect circle.
It's so strange.
Like, I don't know why you do that. I don't know where you get this idea. I think it's like people are always looking to do the next original thing
Yeah.
that hasn't been done before. And it's like almost everything has been done to death. It's like the idea of like the guy that comes in, he's like, oh, I want a black ribbon. I don't like roses. Roses are too common. And then he gets a fucking lion or something.
Yeah, and a
It's
clock.
like, yeah, you're fucking original. Just get the things you want. Sometimes just because it's a unique idea doesn't mean it's a good idea.
Not necessarily.
I think that this doesn't make for a good tattoo for any real reason. It's a complicated, hard to do one.
Yeah, if this is walking into the shop, I'm like, not me, please.
Also, like the part on his knuckle there, or like below his knuckle, and then the web,
Yeah.
that's gonna fade off way worse.
Yeah.
So like it may stay, but it's not gonna be as dark, right? Like it's just not. Like those parts of your body aren't gonna hold ink as well as the chest takes ink really well. It's soft skin. The inside of the arm there, it will be very, very dark in there forever. It takes ink really well. So it's gonna be like a different, not just a different texture, but it's going to be different shades of black in different places. And so it will not look the same as it does fresh ever after this. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very strange idea.
Very
I
strange.
think we're just in a moment in time where
We got like
we're
our
like, yeah,
stencil shot.
yeah, we're doing things just for the sake of spectacle all the time. And I don't know what enjoyment it provides otherwise.
And then the next one. Never go to a tattoo shop when you're depressed.
Yeah, whatever, the bad joke. It's a really crazy idea.
I like the cloud.
I think the cloud should have taken up more of it.
Right?
And fuck me if that's not like the densest rain ever. Can you imagine like stepping outside and being pelted with this?
Right?
Like it feels like this rain would be like bullets through you.
I think it would have been cool if they had hidden an image in the... Because you could...
There might be an image in
No,
there
I don't
somewhere.
see anything.
But like I don't think that's like this would have taken a very long time to do.
Yeah.
Like not in terms of what's doable on a back, but like this wasn't a fast tattoo.
No.
Like that's crazy. I
And
don't know how
it's-
you don't go cross-eyed.
it's
I'm
looking-
going cross-eyed looking at it.
Pretty well done.
It is well done.
Yeah.
Like it's not badly done. It's a wild idea. Right? Like it's like the rain I get it. Yeah, you want a rain cloud? Well, make the clouds a little bigger. Space the fucking rain out a little more. It's very crazy to look at this. It's almost like one of those optical illusion puzzles or something.
I know, that's why I'm like...
My
why
eyes are
don't we
going
hide
in and
something
out of
there?
focus looking at it. Also, like, I feel like I like the idea of it getting densest at the center. I do understand, but then like, there's such a fast transition to being less dense at the bottom again.
Yeah.
Like, there should have been more of a gradient of density here.
Yeah.
It's just very like almost like a crazy slide or something. Like, right at the end, we turn out of the dents. That's just, it's wild. It's
It
really
is
fucking
wild.
crazy.
I don't think I'd be walking around with that. Oh, but this one's so cute.
Yeah, I like this little guy. I like these.
Little stretchy face.
Yeah, I think it's tricky to do this.
Yeah.
I think this would be a trip to do.
He's so cute.
Like I'm thinking like, why is the? Does it make sense for the one ear to be viewable on the inside of the cup?
Well, that's his... It's the whole face.
Yeah, I know it's the whole face, but like, I'm trying to understand how you see that ear through the center on the other side. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
Like, it does?
Yeah.
It's playing with my brain.
The thing that doesn't make sense is that you would actually be able to see the whole other raccoon, the back
Is
raccoon.
it two raccoons?
No.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one raccoon. I just
Yeah.
don't understand how you see that ear, but you don't see the other paw. Right?
Because it's scooched. It's the other paws. It's getting farther away.
Is this?
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand if this actually is accurate, if this is what you would see if you've
It's
seen
probably not accurate. If it is, I'd be surprised. I just think it's a good.
Well, it's very well done.
Yeah.
But the tattoo is, for what it is executed incredibly well. Like, it's flawlessly done. It's not like, so then whenever the technique is on point for the tattoo, I genuinely always assume competence in the design as well. Mm-hmm. So like, my mind says that this is what this would actually look like if you were looking at a critter like sitting behind a water, like a glass of water or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it is correct. It just fucks with me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because like, I don't know why you wouldn't see the paw if you can see the eye and the ear, but the
Yeah.
perspective is like shifting, right? It's like a house of mirrors or something.
Yeah, and I think though, I think that the back raccoon, the real raccoon, I think that his markings would be darker. I think everything in the water would be lighter.
Well, yeah, it would wash it out
to create that kind of perspective. But that's like my only like nitpick. I think that's how it would go.
And even like, it's such a weird thing because like the top of the glass here, like the rim of the water,
Yeah.
and like that is almost no work, and it has such a crazy dimensional effect
Oh yeah.
that I feel like that this whole thing is making me feel like dizzy to look at.
Oh no.
No, but like, it's crazy how you can do that with probably 5 seconds of lining, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like very little is done at the top of that cup, and it looks like you could like drop a coin in it. There's very little happening in this tattoo and so much dimension.
Sometimes simple is good.
Well, yeah, it's really, really nice. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I would ever get this.
I feel like this is someone's flash too, though.
Probably is,
Yeah.
but there's so many weird like trippy effects that people are doing, like even with the rain cloud back piece and stuff, where it's like, we're in such a weird moment with tattooing where so many different kinds of artists have gotten into it and they're taking it in different directions, and like some of it is just like,
Yeah, really.
we've never
pushing,
thought about it this way, you know?
Human anatomy. We're pushing the medium. We're pushing perspective. Like, there's a lot.
And for my own sake, we've been pushing like the limits of what a body can withstand in show on me. And like, that's been our way of being experimental, but this is always proof to me that there's so much more room for the medium to go in. And like, there are guys out there, like checked out, like guys that, most of them were never actually that good at the craft to begin with, that are like, oh, tattooing's been dead. It's been dead since the early 2000s. It died, and there's nothing new left in those guys should just hang it up. Because
Yeah.
I see people doing new shit every fucking day still.
They should get out of it.
Yeah.